Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome. This is a conversation I've been looking forward to have with someone who's been a champion against this entire halal mafia. But before we get into that conversation, we'd also like to say congratulations on his latest book. So from Calling Sehmat to the Chabi Master, Harinder Sikka ji, Namaste, Jai Hind, and congratulations on this book. Calling Sehmat found its play into Razi on the 70mm. All the best to this book. But ये story क्या है? What is the story behind this book? And
see, this book is about patriotism, which doesn't necessarily gel with backing of money. Here is a ordinary person, a banana thief, who down south was happy stealing few bananas from the store, strong room, and sleep that the whole night. And next day he would be on his business as usual, serving chai and whatever. And he was caught red-handed entering the safe, the storeroom, the strong room, and putting down his bigger lungi and then sleep there after eating 4-5 bananas by an agent who was also trustee of that temple. And that is when the system regulators realized that he is capable of opening any lock. And then he was taken into the fold as an agent and trained further, because digital locks and this, that and the other, and sent overseas for his first duty. And the documents he brought exposed the biggest proliferator of the world, A.Q. Khan. But he risked his life more than once. An ordinary banana thief became a big asset to India.
so is this all fact or fiction, or is it in a realm which marries the two?
It marries the two.
Okay.
You see, creative liberty is something that an author would like to take. It cannot be just a linear, one-sided, this, that, and the other. You have to add your own thinking. Everything will not be known to me. I would get hints here and hints there. So the very fact that somebody once mentioned to me, I wish my wife had been introduced to Chabi Master, because he had brought his wife's key by mistake to some place where we were meeting together and his wife was scolding him on telephone. That immediately hit my mind screen as to what is it that Chabi Master about? And the more I learnt, a small banana thief. When I asked or checked, why do you sleep at night in one of the most famous Chidambaram temple? He said, if I go out at middle of the night, those goons make him do wrong things. Petty thefts and stuff, which I am not interested. And from there, I realized that this man has honesty. And he's only eating bananas. But perhaps those bananas became prasad for him to take him where he actually belonged.
So the idea is that this person had an inherent good, because he was not there to steal jewels, he's not there to steal and profit from it. He just wanted a safe, secure place, and he realized that this is a place where I can have something which will fill my stomach, and a place where I can curl up and go to sleep. So you tap into the inherent good of a person, and there's that part. Now, while I wish you all the best for the book, the larger conversation I want to have is that you were one of the first people who, along with a few retired judges and others, had come out to expose this entire halal certification mafia, this entire racket across the country, where Hindus were being asked to eat, if I may say, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Islamized meat. Or non-Muslims were being asked, not even Hindus, non-Muslims were being asked, be it Christians, be it Jews, be it Sikhs, be it anybody, was being asked to eat Islamized meat. Is it fair to say halal is Islamization of, it starts with the meat process, now it's extended into a lot of other things. So explain this to us. And the context is that recently you had raised this issue, and Priyank Kanungo had also raised from NHRC that the railway boards were actually supplying non-vegetarian food, but the meat was halal meat or Islamized meat. Is this a correct reference, Hari Sikka ji? Yeah.
You see, the about a decade ago, I learnt about it that halal certification is arguably the biggest menace and a very planned one. 5 countries, which includes India, Malaysia, Jordan, Pakistan, Turkey, they joined hands to set up a halal board. It still runs and runs like crazy. The overall international income annually is $3 trillion.
$3 trillion.
That's the halal economy. Okay.
That's the
And,
kind of debt that China has, owns of the Americans.
That's correct. It's in public domain. Please read it. And we are keeping our eyes wide shut. India contributes to this economy. And Halal, Jamaat-e Ulema, Jamaat-e Maharashtra, Jamaat-e Islamia, and many of these private so-called NGOs, promoted by, I dare say, Congress, intentionally, they made a rule whereby only halal certified meat can be exported. So when you went into details, you realized that for a meat to be halal, from managing director to a peon and those who work in the butcheries have to be mandatorily Shia Muslims. So there were 7 big abattoirs in Ghazi, and 6 of them are run by Muslims. 7th is not halal, but run by a Muslim. So, in small and simple terms, all are run for halal certification. That means about at that point of time, about 10 years ago, we did a long research which lasted us about 2 hours, 2 years. We had about 38,000 names of people from Hindu societies, Valmiki Samudaya, Khatiks, Sikhs, who had no other job except to sell meat.
What's the difference between halal and jhatka? So if somebody is serving meat to meat hai, that could be one point of view. From a non-Muslim point of view, why is this critical? From a Sikh point of view, from a Christian point of view, why is halal haram?
You see, for non-Muslims, as per our Shastras, Guru Granth Sahib, teachings, what our Gurus have taught us, saints have taught us, we have to respect animals. Our constitution gives us equal rights to animals and humans. And there's a proper chapter on that. To bleed an animal to painful death while he's crying and for cover and pain, they read kalma. They spit on it. All that is not part of our Sanatan.
So that means that meat is
Islamized.
So that's not a wrong term to use.
No.
Halal meat is actually Islamized.
That's correct.
So for a non-Muslim, you are going to eat meat which has been practically converted via Muslim method.
It's a Sharia law.
As per the Sharia law. Okay.
This is being imposed upon us unknowingly, or we don't care.
Or we are not being given the choice to choose between halal and jhatka. That choice hotels are not giving. You're saying that choice, you're saying railways, airlines, etc., across all places, they're not giving currently.
So when I first checked this out in Air India flight, that certificate, I've already sent it to you. I said, is this meat halal or jhatka? At that time, I was eating non-veg. So they said, this is halal. So I said, is it not your duty to inform me? There are about, say, 200 passengers in this flight. 90% or more are Hindus. Who are you appeasing? And why are we being certified, given this certified food, halal certification food, without our knowledge? Oh, sir, these are orders from this thing. So I said, give me a copy. So the air hostess gave me a copy. And which I published it in the public domain. I challenged the government of India at that time.
This was some time back.
Some time back.
When was this?
This was about 7-8 years ago.
7-8 years ago.
Yes.
So this was before the privatization of
That's correct.
Air India.
That's correct.
So we don't know whether that practice is still followed across the airlines or not.
It continues.
You're saying it continues.
Continues.
Okay.
Then I wrote to Mr. Chandra,
Hmm.
the chairman,
Hmm.
that this is happening, this is not done. We are Hindus. Basically, name me one Indian
Hmm.
from any caste and creed who was not a Hindu before.
Hmm.
So basically, our origins are Hindus.
Hmm.
My forefathers were all Hindus. Okay, Guru Gobind Singh's original name was Gobind Rai.
Hmm.
We have Guru Nanak, on whom I made the film, on whom Nanak Shah Fakir, his father was Mehta Kalu,
Hmm.
a Brahmin.
Hmm.
So to say that it doesn't matter, or our shastras, our education doesn't matter, or Sanatan doesn't matter, we will continue in the name of secularism. But I'll come back to Apeda.
Hmm.
The result was
So
that
secularism in Hari sir, I'm just saying, okay, just like you should not serve jhatka meat to a Muslim. Muslim should be served halal meat because as per their personal faith and their law. It should only be fair that non-Muslims should get meat which is jhatka, which is non-Islamized. So it should swing both ways. So if somebody is serving meat, they should say, okay, this is jhatka, this is halal, this is halal. Will you eat because this is already as per your faith, whatever.
I'm coming to exactly that.
Hanji.
The plan was not that.
Uh,
The plan by Congress, particularly I'm naming it because they cannot challenge me on that, was to do it in such a manner that there are no Hindus into the business.
okay. So
Today-
to remove all non-Muslims out of the
business.
out of the meat business itself, meat industry itself.
Not only meat, including the vegetarian products. And they have done it successfully. Till recently, Ganga Jal was water halal certified. Till recently, the prasad at the biggest temple in India in the south, the Tirupati ji, Balaji, was halal certified.
But why would Ganga Jal and this one? Yeah, there are other shocking instances where homes have been halal certified and cement has been halal certified. Why would chips be halal certified? These are all questions.
Sir, questions are far serious. Brothels overseas are halal certified. Gambling dens are halal certified.
Wow.
That is the kind of money they are earning. The target is only one, Islamization. And not all Muslims are part of this. But majority of the Muslims who suffer for everything else, kept uneducated, and whatever they are taught, they're brainwashed. They're very, say 5%, I don't know how much percentile, they are into this money making process in a huge manner. According to a rough estimate, over 100,000 crores per annum they are generating from India alone.
Wow.
Diapers are halal certified. Meat, I've been questioning clubs where I'm going regularly. Show me why meat is halal certified. Then American mustard. I've repeatedly questioned the clubs. Why is this American mustard halal certified? So when you make too much noise, then they change it. But they don't change the meat because they say, oh, we don't have sources.
From a larger concern point, the 3 trillion halal economy, the 100,000 crores being contributed from India are a critical issue. But closer home, Hari sir, the issue is that people don't care. It doesn't matter as much as to a Muslim disrespecting their faith matters and they create so much of noise. Non-Muslims don't create that noise. Now, I have not seen a Christian who's eating there turn around and say, hey, this is Islamized meat. I'm not supposed to eat this. I've not seen a Sikh stand up and say, how can you serve me this? You are a few except. And of course, the Hindus at large, they just don't care because they don't.
I had one Navy colleague of mine, retired as Commodore, and his name is Thomas. So in Kerala, after retirement, he settled there. He brought in about 25-30 people and said that we will protest against the halal certification. And they stood, all of them, in the church and so on and so forth, and they said that this is not allowed. But the pressure was built on them by the system, by the regulators, by the government of the state, that get lost or else. You see what happens when you make a building halal certified?
Yeah.
You are literally told rest of the lot that this is not your place. Only those who believe in Sharia will live in here.
Yeah. You're by default excluding non-Muslims. Or you're saying if you want to come and live here, you'll have to become a Muslim.
There you go. This cancer spread into Mumbai also.
Yeah, there were those instances.
Those buildings and so on and so forth.
Yeah, then they took it out, took down the whole thing, and they took down the hoardings.
See,
and all of that.
the money power is such that they are capable of buying everybody. So I asked once, many years ago, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, he says, how does it matter? If there is a procedure behind it. I have always stated very categorically, and I'm not pointing a finger without a proof. Let Congress ask me that. Mr. Nehru's, his background, does it or not come from Gyasuddin Ghazi? Okay. Gangadhar Nehru was originally Gyasuddin Ghazi. In 1857, when that mutiny happened, he ran away to Agra. Because he came from a place called Neher, he turned himself to be Nehru in order to avoid butchering by British. There was no Kotwal in the country by the name Gangadhar Nehru. Right? These facts are now filtering out. These truths are now filtering out. It's in public domain, these facts. Is it a fact or not that Nehru was born in a brothel in Lucknow? I'm saying this with my full senses. Let them challenge me. Because you read O.P. Mathai's book. These books had vanished. These are available for good 5,000-6,000 rupees on the net. Each book is costing you. They're making money on that also. So these facts are available. The truth is that Indira Gandhi was married to a Muslim. The truth is that their background is Muslim. Now what happened to that? What did they do in order to maintain that? Be it Nehru, be it Indira Gandhi, be it Rajiv Gandhi, be it Sonia Gandhi, be it Rahul Gandhi. They all went and portrayed and bowed and knelt low at Babur's Mazar in Kabul. But Nehru objected to Somnath Temple being rejuvenated and inaugurated by Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Come down below. They set up Waqf board. March 2014, they were all going. They knew it. They gave 128 prime properties to Waqf board without any approval, without any knowledge, without anything, just backdoor signing, and given it to them. It's now come in public domain. So why is this taking place? It's a very clear message. They played a card very seriously. They are abusing Muslims. They're wonderful Muslims. A course mate of mine was also a Muslim. Okay, who fought for our country. Okay, Abdul Hamid was a Muslim, a Havaldar who became Paramveer Chakra. Let's not brush everybody with the same paint. But those who are actually jihadis and traitors, they have the power to control. And this happens all across the globe. When you throw money and buy people that, look, you keep your mouth shut. So what happened? China, which doesn't want halal certification, was being served halal certified food by Indian suppliers. All right. Neither Russia wants it, nor Korea wants it, nor Brussels. Sri Lanka has banned halal certification. So 70-80% of your export does not require mandatory halal certification. But Congress ensured that everything will be halal certified. That means Hindus are out. So,
But that's changed now. Under the current, this one, I think they've removed this whole mandatory halal certification
yes,
as of now.
thanks to Prime Minister Modi. I had the honor to present him this matter and explained it to him. I tell you, Prime Minister Modi has come a blessing in disguise for our country. God sent gift to us. The manner in which he reacted. Of course, he must have checked everything before the actions took place. But we should have, or still should go to the bottom of it as to who were the architects and expose them. We need to create an awareness. I was giving a talk to SRCC college and I asked them, do you know that the food in SRCC, Shriram College of Commerce, is halal certified? And they were in denial mode because nobody checked. Now go to SRCC. Their water bottle is not halal certified. Their food is not halal certified. When I had the honor of speaking to the Chief Minister, Uttar Pradesh, he did not believe it. It sounds so unbelievable. That how can a ballpoint nib be halal certified? How can a diaper be halal certified? How can a prasad be halal certified? Next to Kashi temple, all 5-star hotels are still serving halal certified food. Still. It hurts. So each time I go to Kashi, I go and do a little chat. I tell them I will expose you. They will say sorry. They will also say, no, it is now not halal, jhatka. But sometimes I go right up to the chef inside the kitchen and ask them, ek halal certificate ki copy de do. No, they are not aware where I am coming from, what is my intention. And they show it to me. Now, for God's sake, this country must realize we are Hindustan. Sikhs must understand Guru Nanak, when Babur attacked, sang a prayer and complained to God. Khurasan khasma na kiya, Hindustan daraya. Aiti maar payi kurlane, taiki dard na aya. He questioned God, ke Babur butchered us. Aapko dard nahi hua. That was the first time anybody called Bharat as Hindustan. So I challenge Khalistanis that those people who murdered us, thanks to Mr. Nehru's backdoor entry becoming Prime Minister, 10 lakh and more Hindus and Sikhs were murdered, butchered in that separation. These Muslims who killed us, butchered us, you are hand in glove with them. So the second problem is that this money is also serving in drug trade. Now, how do you explain all this? This money, how does it multiply? I wrote to the Israeli Prime Minister that the fortified tunnels in Gaza could not have been funded by any country. It requires billions of dollars. Fortified tunnel is where tanks can run.
Yeah.
You need very special technology.
Yeah.
You need meshing of wires and networks and God knows what all. The HF radars, the low frequency radars, all kinds of channelization and digitization. Who did it? It is the halal certified money which these 5 in number countries, including party to India, serves. Now go to Jamaat Ulema's balance sheet. How are they serving or supplying or sending money to Malaysia? Is there any reason? This should be asked. Only Jamaat Ulema is doing it. Jamaat Ulema is the chief, the biggest that has come to our knowledge. But Jamaat Maharashtra, Jamaat, who funds these jihadis to entrap a girl, give them a 50,000, 70,000 rupees worth of a bike, go take these girls for dates, wear some kalava shalava and show them that you are. And then a girl is found cut into 35 pieces in refrigerator. This is my country. I refuse to accept it. So I speak. But the problem is that we are divided. Hame kya?
Yeah.
When I speak to secretary of a club, I'll intentionally not naming it, but this message must go to that club's secretary who calls himself a Hindu, a military officer. His reaction is, hame kya? It hurts.
Yeah, because people don't understand. One is it's so outlandish, it's so unbelievable. And the other thing is that it's so opaque. It's not pratyaksh nahi hai na. It's not there right in front of us. So people are not able to accept it. But Hari Sikka ji, from Chabi Master to the Halal Mafia, it's been an amazing conversation. We'll put it out there and let's see if more and more people are aware and more people talk about it. At least there is now, given what you have raised a few years ago and over the last few years, there's a certain level of cognition. But should there be much more and should it be right front and center? I'm sure it should be. Absolutely. So final comment.
Permit me, please.
Hanji.
Halal economy is a parallel economy. It's a multi-billion-dollar parallel economy. We are very much within our right to demand transparency and shut it.
Yeah.
This country does not run by Sharia law. We are very much entitled to shut it as per constitution.
Yeah, they're not under FSSAI. They don't pay GST. There is no account to the amount of money that is there. And like you said, if this is the number, 100,000 crore is as good as a parallel economy. So if crypto can be, shut down, and if gaming can be shut down, then why not this parallel economy? Is a very fair question that you ask. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Namaste.